just like about that comeback?
Yeah, we were talking about being the aggressor, and then you get down 4-0. But really, our guys actually offensively play better when we're down for some reason. They wakes them up. So I felt confidently we would make a run, but wasn't very comfortable being down 4-0. Thought Chaz getting a swing off, got the crowd back into it, make it 4-2, and then our guys just kept battling. But really, the key was the bullpen to just keep us there, so our offense could have some time to get going.
I mean, it looks like Danny's getting right too. I think just one earned run in the past 8 appearances. I mean, what have you seen out of him differently, maybe?
Nothing, just Danny being Danny. Like I told you guys, him and Richie, slow starters 2 weeks ago. Everybody's ready to go jump off a bridge because those guys weren't pitching good, and those guys have done a really good job for a little over 2 weeks.
What does a win like this say about this team's resiliency?
I feel like we got a pretty tough group. It's a pretty connected group. We've talked about how close those guys are. I said this last night on the radio. Driving in to work on Monday, the thing that gives me a lot of faith in this group is they care. They care a whole lot, and anytime we don't do things we need to do, they're handling it. It's not really the coaches, it's the players handling it, which is awesome.
They say the ball finds you, and Carter goes out in center field, and the first batter, he's running into the wall, making that catch, and that, the bottom half of the inning, you guys take the lead. I mean, how huge was that?
No, he's actually got a migraine. That's why we had to take him out, so we got to figure that out a little bit, but he started getting a migraine after he ran into the wall, but really that was a big momentum swing because that was the leadoff hitter of the inning. He makes that play, Shink settles in, and then we were able to score some runs and take the lead.
How do Wyatt and Danny just relish those high leverage spots that they get in?
Well, Shinkman's an adrenaline junkie for sure. Danny, I knew like on Saturday, Danny came in the game. Obviously, we were up 8 runs, and we're down to up at 2 runs, and he looked like the Danny that pitched in the regional last year against UVA and stuff, and just was lights out. Like, hey, you're not going to win even if we don't score any more runs. And so they're both obviously high leverage guys that can come in and just execute pitches at a high level, which is awesome.
How important was it? How much does it mean to you that you got a sweep against UNCW this year?
Randy does a great job, man, with this program. And look, that's where I started my college coaching career. I got a lot of respect for those guys. They got a really good team. They're going to be fighting for first place in the CAA. So anytime you can get wins against quality opponents, that's very good for, postseason resume. So that's a good thing.
We hear about Chaz, just that pretty swing from that right side, and obviously he gets one to go out. But is that just something you love, just that ability that he can do that?
Well, early on, he crushed the ball in the preseason in the fall, and then just kind of got in the funk. He was letting the ball get too deep, so his BPs have been a lot better, and it was a big momentum swing by him getting a swing off there for a 2-run homer.
You moved Ryan up in the lineup. He hits that big one to tie it, and then, of course, take the lead. What kind of confidence have you seen from him lately to make that decision?
Well, for the past 3 weeks, he's just been very consistent with his processes, with his daily schedule. He's been very mature about it. Of course, I met with him, and then the next day he doesn't start at Old Dominion, and then he's just stayed consistent whether he was in the lineup or not. And he was really good for us last weekend, hitting pretty much in the middle of the lineup for us last weekend at UTSA. So I just want him to keep doing what he's doing and not try to do too much. When he tries to do too much, it's not good. So just be himself.
And Riley playing in center at the end, can you potentially play in this weekend series coming up, you think?
We probably could have pushed the issue a little bit tonight. I think he could have probably swung a bat. He could not swing a bat on Sunday, which obviously we misplay a ball out there and left center. It was actually not misplayed. We miscommunicated out in left center, which cost us a run, which I talked about. But, man, he's such a valuable asset, especially late in the game because of his defensive skill.
What does a win like this do momentum-wise for a quicker turnaround because you start on Thursday?
I mean, look, it's one game, so I'm glad we won. I'm glad we came from behind. It shows a lot of toughness from our team, but we'll need to practice tomorrow, get a lift in, and be ready for UAB on Thursday.